You ever struggle to get your makeup done perfectly or properly, just like your makeup gurus, or just like you see beauty influencers do their makeup online, and you struggle to get yours done to look like them? This video got you. I'm starting with my bare face and using a moisturizer. Regardless of the skin type, make sure to use a moisturizer best or perfect for your skin type. And next I'm going to be using a primer. Also always use primer regardless of your skin type: oily skin, dry skin, combination skin. Use a primer. For dry skin, use hydrating primer. For oily skin, use matte primer. And next I'm going to be using a foundation, and I'm going to be applying the foundation at the back of my hand, and I'm using a concealer brush to apply the concealer all over on other parts of my face. And I'm making sure to blend the foundation all the way down to my neck, and I'm using a damp beauty sponge. Do not use a wet beauty sponge or a dry beauty sponge because you won't blend your makeup flawlessly. And next I'm going to be using a concealer to highlight my face. I'm highlighting the highest point of my face, and I'm omitting my chin area. You can see the areas where I have dark spot or I have spots, or I'm going to spot conceal, and I'm placing the concealer on the area of my face, and I'm also going to be using a concealer brush to blend that out together. And for my highlighted areas, I'm also going to be using the same beauty sponge I used earlier, but I'm using the other side of the beauty sponge to blend. And I go over to use a cream blush. It's optional, but I really want to apply the cream products first before going in with any other product. After I applied the blush, I go over to use my beauty sponge to blend everything in together to take off any harsh lines. You don't want no harsh line. If you've been following my channel, you know how much I talk about harsh lines, and we don't want to see harsh lines. Part of having your makeup look flawless is blending off the harsh lines or blending away the harsh lines. You don't want no harsh lines. And when I'm done doing that, I'm also going to use my blotting powder to set my under eye. I use the blotting powder to set my under eye because I want my under eye to look more natural and not looking a bit too much or looking like we applied makeup. For your everyday makeup, you want to keep your makeup really simple. And I go over with a powder palette to blend the rest of my face. After blending that, I'm going to show you how my face is looking, and you can see how my face is looking more natural, looking like we don't have makeup applied on a face. That is the kind of makeup you want to achieve. And to bring back color to my face, I'm using the setting powder from InShot to place on my under eye area, and I use this really small powder brush to blend my under eye because I want to get in my under eye area, especially in the areas where we tend to crease the most and have fine lines. I'm gonna apply a bit of contour on my face because I didn't apply any contour product, so I make sure to go in with a contour. If you want to improve your makeup skills, make sure to blend your makeup perfectly or properly. Go over with your powder brush or your foundation brush to blend the makeup so there is no harsh lines, or that would take off the harsh lines because we don't want to see the lines between where you applied other products on your face. And I'm gonna be using the Focalo setting powder to bake my under eye. This powder is finely milled and great for oily skin. And then for my eyeshadow today, I'm also gonna be using this eyeshadow palette from Morphe. This is their Test 9A palette, and a special shout out and thank you to Venus Store for sponsoring this part of this video. They sent me 2 of their eyelashes as well as their bonnet and the lash glue. This is lash glue and eyeliner 2-in-1, and also they sent me a lip gloss from NYX. I'm using the InShot setting powder to dust off the excess powder on my under eye. And also for powder blush, I'm using this one from Focalo to place on the areas where we place the cream blush. And I'm also going to be using the highlight from Younger Beauty, using the Max Face Plus to spray on my face to take off the powder film. And for my lip, I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Lip Gloss. And for the finished look, I'm going to use a blotting powder over on the areas where we produce oil. For oily skin, you don't want to skip a blotting powder. And that's it for this video. I hope to see you in my next video.